I have an idea.
Guys, do you want to support the sound design hangout? Do you love it? Do you want to support? Of course you do. Do you like supporting an artist as well? You have helped the sound design hangout keep on going and going. Now back to the show.
I want to push one button or multiple buttons, like a chord, and I want to have different synthesizers playing at the same time. And we can accomplish that one of two ways. One way is, well, right now we're in this one that says instrument rack. Drop an operator on here. By the way, open this little panel here to see the devices, see the instruments. Operator. Oh, let's throw a sampler. Let's throw an analog. Now, very predictably, when you would hit a note, and now, it's gonna play out of all three of those. Very cool, right? Delete. Now, with all of these record enabled, if this one has an operator on it, and this one has an analog on it, and this one has a sampler, and then this one has another operator, it's gonna be the same thing, right? You knew it. Drop the sampler. You can use any sample, because what we're doing is we're going into like milliseconds, and we're looping. And when you loop like any piece of audio that's that small, you get a oscillator. You get a very custom oscillator. It's better to use something like something like this. That's like a very like packed sound like this. We would go into, we want to loop it. So we want, right here, sustain mode. That would be a loop. That was kind of fun, wasn't it? Wasn't that kind of fun? Like maybe you would dance to some stupid sound like that when you were like a young kid, when everything was like fun, and then things got all like serious and you couldn't be all like, oh, that sounds different. Yeah. A lot of people like to say, oh, I miss my childhood. Things were so much different when I was young. It's like, I think it's because people were happier when they were younger, you know what I mean? And then like they experience more life, and life has a way of weighing on you. It shouldn't have to weigh on you, of course. I'd like to think that if we all got together, all the human beings on the planet, and said, how would we do things if we all had a say? Something tells me it would be a lot different than it is today. Could I have predicted that could I have predicted that would have rhymed? I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's get a sound. Too much. You know what we got to do? Spectrum. I'm going to close these. Double click. Double click. That's just minimizing them. If I wanted to turn them off, I would just click these yellow buttons. Turn it off of max, because I want it to fall. I don't want it to stay there. Not so good. Wonderful. How many is that? 0.045 to 0.055. So what is that, 10 milliseconds? Is it? I don't know. That's a lot of zeros. I don't know. I don't feel like counting. Let's go. Interesting. Let's go to filter. Let's take it down. Yeah. Here's why it's good. Here's why it's good. Because when you drill into a very small section like that, look at how bright this is. In fact, I'm actually going to click max just so you can see it. And again, we've got our low pass filter. I'm going to give it a filter drive, you know, just because. But what I want to do is I want to use this filter envelope to start us high. What is high? High means this. And then we want to go zoop, which would be like that. So it's going to go. But we don't want to do that. Even if we mapped it to like a MIDI knob, we don't want to do that. But it's only going to work if you're going to give it an amount. And I'm going to turn this max off. Okay, let's go. Okay. I need to remember and make sure we're on the right path here. So I don't want this. I want to give it a release. And I want to play with the attack because I don't know if I want it to be so punchy. Let's go to pitch oscillation and let's transpose it up an octave. You know what? I'm only going to do it up 6. I want to know if I hit A, it's going to be A across all the synthesizers. So I actually don't even think I want to do this, but I wanted to show you guys, like, and remind you, like, if you aren't doing like this, if you aren't playing around with cool stuff like that, then like, what you doing? Let's move it to this one. So that basically means this is the loop. So like, it won't be loop unless you do either of these. It's just sustain mode, which is true, but like, someone who's never used this before, they're not gonna be like, oh, that's the loop. Which means play from here. Again, this is like 10 milliseconds. Play from here to here. And then once you get to here, start back from here. Whereas this says, go from here to here and then back it back. What sounds better? This, because for whatever reason, it gives us more bass. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go back to pitch oscillator and let's move this back to up 12 because it's a little bit too bassy right now. We need more high filters, so let's bring in more frequencies. I'm gonna click a note. Does this give me a C? I'm playing a C. Does this give me a C? You go to the lowest one. It's an F. That's an F. I'm just gonna call this 1. This is F. So go to sample, go to root, and I'm playing a C. So I want to keep doing this till it gives me a C. Wonderful. So I'm playing a C. It's a C. Let's go back to pitch global. Shift up arrow, shift up arrow. Let's see what we got. So I want to play with let's do an audio track. No, let's do a MIDI track. And let's do a sampler again. I want to mess around with one of my own pieces of audio. And I want to throw it in a sampler because it's just... Wonderful. Oh my god, this is so good. I should just never talk. So if you see, they're both playing. If I hit one button, kind of interesting. Let's give this more attack. And let's take this sustain down a little bit. Let's go to water, but give it some attack as well. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna turn them both off for now, and let's, the only problem with these two, and again, as I told you, I wanted to play with samplers, you know? Because I haven't done that in a while. We haven't, unless you know better than I do. Have we played with the sampler and sound design with sampler in a while? No, we haven't. So that's why we needed to do it. But I do want to do this concept of like holding down, again, I'm just going to reactivate, holding down on one note and getting very different sounds. So this is just one note. I don't like the way this sounds. It's too synthy. Sounds nice though. Always give a release. That's pretty unique sounding. I just don't know what notes those are. And I don't really care too much. Let's see. Let's add another one to play with. Thinking collision. Something a little different. No, I'm just going to go... I've been finding that I really like the pipe and tube. Need more decay. Let's bring it back. Now what I'm curious about is I don't know what's coming out of here. I know when I click this button, it's a C, but what is this? Let's drop a tuner. What is this? Ooh. You know what we gotta do? Go in and go detone. Let's maybe take this collision down an octave. I like that because even though they're playing the same frequency, this collision and this synth, they're like very different sounds. You know, like that's why I really like these like resonators. Pipe. too much attack. Let's take up the volume of this one. Dude, like that sounds like it's supposed to be a thing. Let's give it some more release. I feel like I hear the rest of the song, like and all that like weird like that's coming from this thing. Man, this is sounding good. I was like literally freaking out a second ago. I'm like, what have you been doing for the last hour? You know, because the sound is so good. Look at that is a nice chord. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice. It's a not nice. That's just one in. Well, it's not one instrument. It's three instruments in one. Now, here's the thing, guys. You could go insert MIDI track, go to instruments, go to instrument rack. You know, and this is the instrument rack right here, and I could drag these in there. You know, with their audio effects, right? But I don't need to do that because they're all record enabled. By the way, if you aren't able to have all of these record enabled like that, press Command comma. You want to go into preferences or go up to like live preferences, and you go to record warp launch, and it's exclusive. If you have exclusive ARM, well then you won't be able to do that. So just uncheck that, and you'll get this. So we've got our nice, wonderful sound. By the way, when you hear that really nice trail, that's because there's release. If we mute the collision, notice it'll be different. Put it back. If we take out this water bottle, wow. There was a time today, this broadcast, that I thought we might need to abandon ship. What the hell was I doing? You really lost it this time, Gemini. So then I started wandering, not paying attention. Remember I said I need to start shutting the hell up. And without even thinking, created that thing. And that was like really good. And I'm glad because that's what I said I wanted to do. And now I want to, I don't know, wax poetic or something. But we need to lower this frequency and let's... Doesn't really matter where you put the LFO, as long as you can see it. bit of jitter. I want to see what this sounds like with some phaser flanger. Too much, put it on hertz. Lower dim hertz. Or not. Take a look at these guys up here. Think of it as like low frequency, high frequency. I think it's a little bit too much. Maybe let's lower a little bit. Let's go to flanger. Experiment with the dry wet. I kind of wanted to know what, these, nice, relaxing sound textures sound like on, on these ones. With the phaser flanger going through it. Nah. Because you want to know what really sounds good? Oh, you know. This is just this. Operator, white noise, filter, LFO. You want to know what's really good? The corpus, you knew it. If you guys have been following it, by the way, let's take it down. Corpus is good for these membrane. Wow. Yeah, dude, I love running the white noise through the corpus. Like, this sounds great, man. It sounds very unique. Almost like a tornado or something. Yeah, dude. Well, one of the most important things to me is, this is really nice, is the white noise. Let's turn on corpus. Wonderful, right? Let's try up the dry wet. It's too loud. Let's turn down this volume. Turn down the dry wet. Do we need this? Corpus is my new favorite device. Settled. Settled. Corpus is the best. Dude, I just want to listen to music like this. I'm not doing anything. It's just playing, and it's, here we go, It's just gonna play forever. can make this bar 100 million bars. Like, what is this? This is... It's like alien technology. Like, I love it, man. I love it. Hope you guys love it. Let's get this.